Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Mr. Williams. I obviously am your history teacher. I'm going to kind of do this briefly, just for anybody who does miss class today. I'm going to kind of go over some basic things that we're going to be doing that are procedural things, maybe some quick little reminders and stuff like that. So first off, obviously, this is our Google Classroom page if you are in the World History class Block 1. If you're in World History Block 4, this is what yours looks like. Which is pretty cool. I took that picture, by the way. I did not take the first picture, just because it was done in the 1940s. So, world history. Basically, what are we talking about? Well, first off, there's one thing in Google Classroom, and this is what I love about Google Classroom, is that there's something that is going to be due tonight. All right, I'm going to get rid of these tools. All right, there's something that is due tonight. It's pretty much a very easy getting to know you. I'm grading this as a easy 100, basically. If you do it, you get it. If you get it done, it's very easy, and it's all about you, obviously. But it's due today. So basically, it is when you click on it. If you're not familiar with Google Classroom, everything is pretty organized for you. All right, you click on it. You have the instructions that pop up. You will not have this because I obviously have that. I'm the teacher. You'll click on the form, and once you click on the form, you're going to see that there's certain things that are required: your email address, your first and last name, and then obviously I'm asking basic questions. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite movie? Favorite TV show? Favorite food? If you don't have an answer for one of these, okay, just put down, I haven't really thought about that, but I do like this. Okay, I'd much rather have that kind of answer than a I don't know or IDK. If you do that, then I'm not going to give you credit. It's just that simple. And I don't like that. I don't like those things. If you want to see your responses afterwards, you can have this. You can send yourself a copy, and then you just hit submit at the end. It's really easy. I think off the top of my head, there's like 15 questions, maybe 20. I think there's 20 questions. And again, 2 of them are literally email address and your first and last name. So that's a pretty simple thing. Once you hit submit, I got it, as in I get it. It's done, which is kind of cool. So basically, again, that's the one thing that is going to be due tonight, all right, or due tomorrow. It'll be due by 11:59 tonight, all right, midnight basically, and then I get it in my pile of stuff to grade. There is stuff that's going to be due on Sunday. I say Sunday at 11:59. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Monday. So by Monday morning when I wake up, I'm looking for these things to grade. Same thing as tomorrow when I wake up, I'm looking for this thing to grade here. But everything's pretty simple. Every day that we are together, I'm going to move myself a little bit. Every day that we are together, I'm going to have certain things for us to accomplish. All right, it's pretty basic there. What I really do like about Google Classroom, and this is another thing here as well, is I do an agenda with you every single day. So when we start class, I always start with the agenda. I talk to you guys, see how you're doing. Remember now, we have a mandatory camera rule. If you're not on camera, at least for the beginning of class, and I'll tell you when I'll ask you guys to not be on camera. It's a pretty simple rule. If you're not here, if you're not showing your face, then you obviously don't exist, and I have to put absent. All right, it's that simple. If you have an issue with that, you can go ahead and talk to administration, or I can even tell you the people that you could talk to. So again, you can always do that with me if you'd like. But this is really simple. So again, you're going to see your agenda today. We're going to do our daily check-in attendance, which literally you just click on it, and then you fill out the 3 questions that are on there. All right, if you're not familiar, I showed this video before, but if you're not familiar, obviously, all you're going to do is put down your first and last name in the first one. All right, you're going to pick which class you belong to. So if you're Block 1 World History, you're going to click that. If you're Block 4 World History, you'll click on this. And then you put on today's date, which if you click on the calendar, it should pop up in the blue box. And you just hit the blue box, and it will show up there, and you hit submit. All right, and that's it. And you'll do that 3 questions every single day. Every day that we have school, you will do those 3 questions. All right, you have to hit submit afterwards. Otherwise, I do not have a record of it. All right, but again, very easy, very simple. Okay. Afterwards, we look at the what should I do area, and what should I do? So first off, we did our daily check-in attendance. Okay, we just did that. All right, we got the getting to know you personality quiz, which you're going to technically do tonight. All right, and I'm going to look forward to those answers. I always love to read the favorite movies and favorite TV shows. They're always good. Google Classroom 2 is going to be GC. Anytime you see GC, you should think Google Classroom. So Google Classroom 2 is going to be our ancient China and Japan vocab. It's a little bit of India also in there. That's where we start off in world history, and we go from there basically all the way up to almost the Cold War, which is crazy. And we probably won't get there, but we will try our best to get as much as possible. I want to say something about myself. I am a grader. I put a lot of grades in your Genesis. And the reason why is because it's not fair for you to only have 20 grades when you work every single day. So I try to put 2 or 3 grades in every single day. Some of them are classwork grades. Most of the time they're quiz grades. And then obviously we have our unit test grades that you will technically obviously be doing every single week almost. The reason why I do that is because if you fail one, or you don't do well on one, or you don't do it at all, it doesn't kill you, but it doesn't help either. So if you stay consistent, you will do well in here. If you don't stay consistent, you won't do well in here. It's just that simple. We're going to go over rules and procedures in a second, so that'll be the third thing here. After that, I'm going to go over the 4 different assignments here that are due. All right, again, I'm going to be quicker on this video than I am actually going to be in class because I'm going to ask questions and all that kind of stuff. But I want to go over some things, and I want to make sure that you guys know where you can find them. That's why I'm putting this video on our Google Classroom and everything from there as well. So again, this is just for world history. US 2 guys, you guys are going to get a different video after this. But all right, so again, Google Classroom 4 and 5 are going to be due. Again, I put Google Classroom as in GC. Number 4, Ancient Chinese Civilization Explained Edpuzzle. I'll explain what that is today. And then obviously we're going to have a reading comprehension worksheet that I've sent to you guys, and that'll be due by Sunday night as well. Okay, so again, think about it. Today's Thursday. It's the 4th. Okay, you have literally today, you've got tomorrow, you've got Saturday, you've got all of Sunday night. And since we are remote, that is kind of the world we live in. Sorry about that. It's a bell. So that's kind of how the agenda goes. We look at that every single day. We talk about it every single day. And that way we have a clear picture of what we're doing. All right. Now in Google Classroom, let's look at the rules and procedures next. So what I have all the way down at the bottom is basically our remote learning information and syllabus. All right. And again, they look kind of boring. What I'm going to go with you right now is very simple. I'll do the syllabus first just because I can go through that quickly. And then I will talk to you guys about, I'll put myself over here. I'll talk to you a little bit about rules and expectations. And those same rules and expectations go for me. So there's basically no difference there. All right. So basically, what is world history? Well, we're going to go over from ancient China and Japan through to the Renaissance, basically into the Enlightenment in Europe, all the way through to hopefully World War II, Cold War. That's kind of my plan. I love World War II. I love World War I. I really, really enjoy those. I will skip certain things that I don't think are very vital and important based on your final exams or even in the SATs or anything like that. So that's the big thing. I'm going to try my best to give you what you need. Okay. What do I care about? Well, here's the goals. All right. I want to make sure that we have good study skills. I want to make sure that the results and responsibilities, we don't have excuses. I hate excuses. All right. I really do. I mean, again, saying sorry and just saying, you know, my bad, I messed up, that's fine. That's a different story. I'd rather have you give me results and responsibilities than give me excuses. All right. Excuses are not welcome here. All right. I'm a big believer in make it happen. Okay. Make it happen. Even if it's late, make it happen. All right. Willingness to take risks and try new things. I am going to change things up. I get bored. I get bored with the stuff that I've created and things like that. I constantly change things up. You can ask anybody who's had me from one year to the other. I do things differently sometimes just because I find something better. I try to make myself better as a teacher, so you get the idea. Maintaining a positive attitude and outlook. If you're not positive, if you're negative in our meetings, I'm just going to ask you to leave. If you don't leave, I'm going to kick you out. If you try to come back in, you're not going to be able to. We'll have to have our separate own meeting afterwards. All right. Again, if you're not positive, I'm not keeping you here. It's just that simple. Okay. There's no reason for you to be negative. All right. Common and mutual respect. All right. If you don't have a common mutual respect between me and you, then I don't know what to tell you. All right. I'm in control of your grades. All right. I'm in control of basically your historical life right now. All right. So if for some reason you have an issue with what's going on, my grades, whatever, come and ask me. If I have an issue with you, I'm going to ask you. All right, I'm not just going to have assumptions of what's going on in your life. I want to know who you are. All right, you should know who I am by the time that we even get started into the second week. All right, that's why I'm doing the personality quiz as the first thing. I want to get to know you. All right, that's the whole point. Okay. All right, requirements. Basically, what I ask at home is that you guys you might need like a notebook. I try to do everything on the computer, obviously, just because that's what we have. But if you have a notebook that is even just like a blank notebook, or you have like a history section of a bigger notebook, use it. It's always nice to write things down as we're doing things, so that way when you're doing an ed puzzle or you're doing something that we're doing in class, you might say, oh, I'm going to jot down this real quick. I'll show you ways to do it on the computer if you like. That way it's nice and easy and it saves for you automatically. But in all reality, I feel a lot of times what I give you is all right there and then anyway. It's all there. But a notebook is always nice. And when we were in person, I would always do notebook checks, and that would happen roughly every 2 weeks. But we are not in person. Okay. Textbook, you don't need one. I'm going to be sending you everything via Google Classroom. I'll be giving you extra stuff if you need it. You just let me know. I say highlighter, markers, all that kind of stuff. That's just stuff that I use when I study. Those are things that are actually in our classroom, but unfortunately you are not here. So just try your best to get a single subject notebook, maybe folder if you want to like put something in it. I don't know. You don't see why you would need it. And a pen or pencil, whatever you like to write with. Okay. So again, we're making connections here. We're going from, it says European Renaissance. I have to go back. I have to go to ancient China and Japan, India. We'll go over some ancient religions. And then we'll kind of move into this idea of exploration, industrialization of America and the world. Eventually, we'll head to the Great War, which is World War I. All right, we'll talk about Russian Revolution and nationalism happening in that time period as well. All right, a lot of different places. All right, years of crisis, okay, or crises. And then World War II, and then hopefully we can get all the way to here, which would be really cool. Because again, talking about post-war world, all right, we're getting into that time period where I actually was born, all right, the late 80s, maybe the 1990s. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so that's our syllabus. If you ever need it for any reason, it is in our Google Classroom. It is all the way at the bottom. All right, so if you have to scroll to the bottom, that's fine. If you want to look in your classwork, it should be divided in its own thing, in syllabus and class information. All right, but again, that's how it looks like on mine. All right, so we did syllabus, all right? That was easy, short and sweet. Let's do the expectations, all right? So remote learning expectations. Show up to class, which is our Teams meetings, on time for attendance. On time. On time means within that first 5 minutes, if not 2 or 3 minutes before class starts, all right? I try to start class right on time. I'll start class 2 or 3 minutes beforehand sometimes, all right? Be there, okay? If I see that you're not in our meeting past 10 minutes, I'm marking you late. All right, it's just that simple. All right, you could talk to me afterwards about what's going on in your life. That's fine. All right, I'll be honest. It might not change my mind. All right, again, I have to be here. You need to be here. Okay, try to sign in 5 to 10 minutes. Obviously, when you log in to our class, go right to your daily attendance. Go right to the agenda and do the daily attendance form. It's easy. All right, just get her done. All right, create a space and dedicated time for learning. All right, again, when you're at home, please do not be in front of the TV. All right, I know, believe me, I'm one of those people too. Like I'll have ESPN on and I'll be watching something and all of a sudden, no. All right, try to find a room that you can kind of, segregate from the rest of the house. Try to separate from other people as best as you possibly can. All right, keep your device charged. Be available for video throughout the block as teacher requires. I'll be honest with you, with this camera stuff, if you're on for like the first couple minutes and then I'm probably going to say, hey, listen, you can turn your cameras off now. All right, thank you. Thank you for being a part of class. Turn your cameras off. Let's go ahead and do an activity together. All right, that's basically how it's going to go. Now, if I see that you guys are going from being on camera to not being on camera and then not doing anything in class, I'm going to ask you to come back on the camera. And if you don't come back on the camera, I'm going to put down that you're absent. All right, so that's how that's going to end up going. It's basically that respect. You give me the respect that I can as a human being who needs to teach you information. All right, I'll give you that respect and give you that grade that you definitely deserve. All right, and that's just how it goes. It's that easy. Okay, you work with me, I work with you. All right, participate with full focus, attention, and manners. Okay, again, participate in the things we're doing. Time is going to go by very slow unless you be a part of what we're doing. All right, if you be a part of what we're doing, we're going to have a great time. Okay, communicate. Seek help when you need it. Okay, whether that's your guidance counselor, whether that's your teachers, whatever, doesn't matter. Please reach out to me. Talk to me. I need to talk to you. okay? I want to make sure I know where you are in your headspace. I want to know where you are in your workspace, wherever it is, okay? I want to make sure that I help you graduate, all right? That's the whole point. Use acceptable online learning etiquette, okay? Again, if you put your camera on and I'm looking at a ceiling fan, I'm going to pretty much assume you're not there, okay? You need to see and be on camera, okay? I don't even care if you're like on camera, I'm seeing like a part of you, like that's fine, but again, you need to be a human being in the room, okay? Do not post irrelevant, distracting, or inappropriate stuff. If you do, you're not going to be in our meetings. I will have a separate meeting with you personally, okay? You are not that person, all right? You are not above what we're doing, all right? You are not that important, okay? You need to prove your importance, all right? And be a human being in our room is kind of where we're at right now, all right? Wear acceptable attire, or, you know, obviously, please wear clothes. Do not be on there without a shirt on, fellas, all right? Don't be on there, you know, exposing anything, all right? There's no reason for it, all right? That's inappropriate, all right? I will kick you out. Be patient with yourselves and your teachers. We are all learning this together. Now, I'll be honest with you, I am very good with this. I'm very good at this stuff, but there are glitches, there's issues, there's Wi-Fi problems, whatever. I'll be patient with you. If you're having Wi-Fi problems, you let me know. You got to message me. And at the same time, be patient with me. If for some reason I'm doing something new and it's not working, you know, let me know. Hey, Miss Williams, this is not working. All right. You know, Miss Williams, I only see this. Okay, that's fine. Be patient. All right, tell me. Mute your mic unless you are speaking. Try your best not to interrupt others. All right, we are going to talk. I mean, that's the whole point. It's social studies. We are going to be social. All right, stay off your cell phones while in classes in session. All right, I get it. I get that your phones are always there. I know that it's a problem. I know some of you probably get your phones taken away from you often. All right, please be a part of what we're doing, okay? I guarantee that when I go over things and you're a part of it, it goes by so much quicker, all right? You give me 25, 30 minutes, boom, I let you go do your work if you need to, or you can work later on tonight. It's up to you. I'm going to give you a couple days to get things done that are content related, all right? So use it. Use the time, all right? If I see that you're constantly distracted and you're not paying attention and you're not answering questions, I'm just going to assume that you're not here. Okay, and that's a problem. All right, so there you go. It's gonna be a problem for you. I promise that. All right, do your own work. Do not submit and complete others. There's a lot of plagiarism checkers that I put on our work. You do not want to be that person who gets caught. Okay, I'm gonna say it right now. You're gonna get flagged, and then I'm gonna have another meeting with you. It's gonna be very, very interesting. All right, so needless to say, that's world history. Okay, world history again. Tonight you have Google Classroom 1, which is due. Okay, all you have to do is just complete and hit submit. All right, Google Classroom 4 and 5, you guys are, those assignments are going to be due by Sunday night, 11:59. All right, I'll show you exactly what they are. Google Classroom 4 is an Edpuzzle video. If you've never done Edpuzzle before, you watch a video, questions pop up. All right, I've watched these videos, or I create some of these videos, and then I create questions that need to be answered as well. So you'll click on the box here. All right, this is from Hip Hughes. I kind of like him. He's all right. It's a 15-minute video. I'm giving you 3 days to do it. So basically, you'll have Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Sorry, I got 4 days to do that. So even if you only do it, you know, partly in time, if you only do half one day, you can do the other half later on. I try to keep my videos about 20 minutes or less. It's tough because there's a lot of content I need to go over. But as you read, you're going to be answering questions. And as you can see, there's all multiple choice questions on this one. So you shouldn't have any major issues there. Okay. As soon as you're done with that, you just, you know, again, you're done. As in you did it. All right. Congratulations. 5, Google Classroom 5. Again, over here. All right. This is a reading and comprehension, reading and questions kind of worksheet. You click on it. All right. It's a Google Doc sort of thing. All right. When you do this, what's going to happen is, and yours is going to look a little different than mine, but you'll have the reading here. All right. You can do the reading all you want. You can highlight things if you like. All right, let's say, for instance, I like this portion right here. I'm going to highlight it yellow. All right, and then you've got that highlighted if you like. All right, if you don't want to have it highlighted, all right, obviously you can go ahead and just hit Control-Z, or you can go back over it and then hit no highlight or none. Okay, but as you get done with the reading, you have questions here at the bottom. There's only 7 questions. All right, so over the next 4 days for you to do 7 questions, it isn't that too bad. All right, what does nomadic mean and how is it used in the first paragraph? All right, as you can see, that is a, you know, it's a basic question about a vocab word. All right, the word nomadic. All right, how would you use it? All right, and then you kind of go from there. Every time I'm looking in these questions, I want you guys to answer the question. Now, unfortunately, some of these can only be answered one sentence. If there's a why question or explain question, I'm looking for 2 sentences. All right, that's as simple as I can make it for you. If it's a 2-parter, the author describes the Great Wall of China as a long, winding dragon. It's actually a 1-parter. What evidence is given to support this? So I'm looking for some kind of evidence in here to support how it's a winding dragon, a long, long winding dragon. Okay, maybe you want to talk about the overall mileage. Maybe you want to talk about the design of it. I don't know. You tell me. So again, this is a very easy assignment. It is a reading comprehension activity. Hold on.
Mr. Aiello, call extension 238, please.
There you go, Mr. Aiello.
Extension 238.
All right, so again, we're here. If you have any questions, let me know. That was basically everything I'm going to go over today. And for those people who are absent on the first day, I'm basically going to send you this link. So you should be able to get everything you need for world history. All right, guys. Any questions, let me know. If I go too fast for you, always, say, Mr. Williams, slow down and I will help you out. But guys, have a great day. I can't wait to see you and see how far we can get with this. All right, here we go.